Okay. We're going to go ahead and do this. A is not 1, so we're going to have to do a lot more work. Whoops. Okay. There is no GCF because 7 does not divide into 38 and it does not divide into 24. So now we're going to have to go with your A times C, and so 7 times negative 24 is negative 168. And then the B value is negative 38. That's a negative right there. Okay? All right, because my C value is negative, you have one positive and you have one negative, right? Because a positive times a negative is a negative, but then when I'm adding or subtracting these two, subtracting, I know my bigger number is going to be negative because a 38 is negative. There you go. Okay, so let's get your numbers. 1 and 68, right? So 168 divided by 2, 2 and 84. 168, oh, that's too many. 68 divided by 3, 3 and 56. 168 divided by, what I do, 4? Oh, okay, 4. 4 and 42. I think I got my pair, yeah? Because what's my B value? 38. If I subtract these, don't I get 38? Okay, so 42 is negative, 4 is positive. And so check. What is 4 times negative 42? Negative 168. What is 4 minus 42? Negative 38, right? You got to know your numbers. Okay. So here's now, we'll do the grouping, and this is where it splits off between box method and grouping. Okay, so let's go grouping. You're going to take your 3 terms and you're going to make it 4 terms. So I'm going to take this B term and I'm going to replace it with these 2. So 7p squared plus 4p minus 42p minus 24, yeah, is equal to 0. I almost wanted to put 42 again. Okay, so now you GCF and you split. So GCF, GCF the left, GCF the right. Okay, 7 and 4. Is there a number besides 1 that divides into 7 and 4? No. But they do have a p in common. This has 2 p's, 1 p, so I can take 1 p out. So 7p plus 4, because if I have 2 p's and I removed 1, there's only 1 left. If I only had 1 p and I remove it, I have none left, right? It's like subtraction. Okay, so now remember, this always matches the other binomial if you did it correctly, but we will still solve it. Okay, so let's GCF. You have 42 and 24. What number can get factored out of 42 and 24? 6. Now, if you ever have a negative, you should always remove it out here. Okay? Okay, so now check it. Negative 6 times 7, negative 42. Negative 6 times 4, negative 24. So you did it correctly. Okay, now you're almost in your final step. 7p plus 4, you GCF again. That becomes one binomial, and then the other binomial becomes your 2 GCFs here, and you put it together. Oh, hi.
Sorry, just move that to your seat.
Fourth? Okay, thank you. Okay, and then okay, so sorry. So that's in factored form. Okay, we're not done yet. I now have to do the, I totally lost my train of thought. I now have to solve, so I have the zero product property. Okay, so this is factor form. So now to solve, I have to use the zero product property, which means you set them equal to 0. But for those of you that figured out the shortcut, p is going to be equal to what? 6. And then what is this one going to be equal to? -4 over 7. Okay, now let's do the math though. The zero product property states to set the binomials equal to 0 and to go ahead and solve. And so there's my 6. And 7p plus 4 equal to 0. Take that -4 over. Divide by 7. And there's my -4 sevenths. Okay, let's do the other or. Okay, what is box method? All right, you still go A times C. You find your two numbers. These are the two numbers. Okay, see how we wrote it into 4 terms? Box method is you're going to use the graphic organizer to help you factor. Your first term, hold on, let me do a baby box here. Your AX term goes here, your C goes here, your BX's go here and here. Okay, so from this magic X here, these two numbers are, one will go here and one will go here. Use your magic X to fill in those two diagonals. Okay, so what would go here? 7p squared, right? What goes in this lower right? My -24. Now, it doesn't matter which one goes which. So positive 4p or positive 4p, it doesn't matter, but they have to fill out those two. Keep going. I'm still recording. It's going to be a long video. Okay, so plus 4p minus 42p. And so you're going to factor, so this whole grouping that we have here now, to get to here, it's now built in. Okay, so you're going to factor vertically up and horizontally to the side. Okay, so just looking at this, 7 and 4, p squared and p, what do they have in common? Just a p, right? Okay, here, and notice that's what we're doing right here. We did it with these two. So now here, -42 and -24, what do they have in common? A -6. And so you notice, here's my p minus 6 right there. See that green that you guys had? I just built it here, my p minus 6. Okay, so then here we're going to build the yellow. 7p squared and -42p, 7p. Because 7 divides into 7 and 7 divides into -42. There's 2 p's, there's 1 p, you can pull one out. And then here, 4p -24, I have a 4. 4 divides into 4, 4 divides into 24 6 times, right? Okay, and so this is your second binomial, 7p plus 4, and notice equals 0, they match. So GCF, you're still factoring, you're still going for the greatest common factor. It's just some students like the fact that it's just vertically and horizontally, but the same. Okay. All right, and then of course you still have to perform the zero product property. So p is 6. P is opposite, right? Whenever you have a coefficient other than 1, your numerator is opposite the constant, -4. Your coefficient is the denominator, and that's how you get your 2. That was a long video. It's still recording. I'll stop it so I can and then I'll get them loaded up for lunchtime. Yeah, look at you. Okay, hold on. Troy. Okay, good job, Troy. Can I stop it? It'll show back up, you guys.